I teach music at university level, I hear the word music as an adjective to the word industry all the time, the music industry. It doesn't only come from the university, it comes from the students as well, whose aspirations have actually sort of fallen into this kind of neoliberal, aspirational, entrepreneurial sort of thing. Now, of course, there's always going to be a proportion of artists that want to get into popular culture. If you do so successfully, you make a bit of money out of it. But the arts can't depend on that. They can't all be that. And there is an enormous amount of pressure. I'll speak about music, I don't know about elsewhere, but there is an enormous amount of pressure to conform to those values. And students turn up with that as an aspiration. Sometimes I find that perhaps half the job of teaching is to try to sort of dismantle that a little bit and say, well, there are other ways of looking at it. There are other uses of music, for example, than writing a hit song. There are certainly career paths that you can talk to people about, and in my experience with music students, there's a lot that they haven't thought of, or maybe the diversity of it surprises them. Everything from community music to straight teaching to composing music for games or whatever. There's loads and loads that you can do, and many different ways in which you can become a performer, but you're always going to be sort of struggling. I don't think that's a particularly new thing, although I think it's probably getting a bit worse. But, I'm old enough to remember trying to do this in the 1970s, for God's sake, and it wasn't easy then.